for a narcissist, there's a cycle where you love bomb, and then there sort of is a waning, and then you almost kind of like destroy or hurt them.
You're saying Kody's a narcissist?
Yes, that is newsflash. Yes, Sukanya, that is what Janelle is saying. Hello, you guys. Welcome. Today we are exploring the Kody and Robyn welfare. It was exposed last night. Believe it or not, there is a welfare program. It was exposed. We're going over it today. Hey guys. The gang is back. It is good to see you. Hi, you guys. It's good to see everyone in chat. Thank you for my replay watchers. It is good to have you. Okay, you guys know me by now. Okay, you know your girl. You know what time it is. Okay, it is rant o'clock time for your girl IQ. Yes, there is a lot. There is a lot to discuss. Hold on. I like this. I think I need to put this banner up as a warning. Hold on. Warning, because this is probably going to be a saucy one tonight. Here we go. Here it comes. There we go. Warning, IQ rant incoming. Yes, it is. You guys, good to see you. We've had about 24 hours to digest the delusion that was part 3 of the tell-all, right? It's kind of starting to sink in a little bit, right? And it's time to decompress. Check. Time to process the verbal sewage that gurgled out of Kody and Robyn's mouths, right? So we had time, we processed, we double checked, and now with my beautiful people, it is time to rip them and rip this mess to shreds. Are you guys ready to do that? Let's be real. Last night, it wasn't a tell-all reunion. This was a televised implosion of a man who thought he was the second coming of Abraham, but then got exposed as this dollar store version of this weirdo cult leader with curly Qs. Okay? With a Costco-sized ego and just anger that's just typical Kody that we've seen for many, many seasons. And honestly, you know what I loved about last night's episode? It was about time. I mean, we rant, we rave all the time. Randy said, you guys. Randy says, let the dragging begin. Yes, it is time to drag. And if you guys need to drag too, listen, your girl is here to highlight your comments. So get with it. If you guys need to rant as well, please feel free to do so. We're a gang together, right? Caroline says, don't you dare take the name of Costco in vain. You're right. All I said was that he had a Costco size ego. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like the big ass eyes of Costco, you can't even, they're massive. That's what I mean. And I don't even think his ego could be contained in one store of Costco. Okay. That is what I'm trying to say. So basically, that's kind of a compliment. That's kind of a compliment. Okay. So, you guys, I feel like you were as saucy as me tonight. This was, this was supposed to happen. Okay. The OG3 finally banded together in a way that I have not seen before and dragged him to filth like we do. And it was amazing to see. They banded together like the Avengers, like a female Avengers group. And it was amazing. And they did it without even raising their voices. All on the couch with Sukanya by themselves. They didn't have time to practice like Kody and Robyn did of what they were going to say. What the hell did Robyn say last night? Revisionist history. No, there was something. Recency bias. Okay, Robyn. Okay. Rant incoming. Hold on. Darlene has a rant incoming. Darlene, thank you for the super chat. Darlene is with me. She's ranting too. She says, why is Crybow so unhappy these days? ATMs are gone. Exactly. What is she crying about? Darlene, great point. We don't get it. We really don't understand it. There is everything that this woman has manifested, she got. So what are you crying about? Absolutely. Well, we're about to see. We're going to get into that tonight, Darlene. I love it. Rant incoming. That's what we're all doing tonight. So I loved that they. Oh, that is true. Yeah. Darlene, I couldn't have said it any better. So Kody did a lot of heavy lifting last night, mainly BS with his words. I'm surprised that his lips could hold and contain the amount of BS that he was spewing last night. And he, in his own Kody fashion, but I don't know, it was like elevated last night to a unhinged victim complex with both of them that I haven't seen before. It's getting worse, you guys. If we didn't even think that that was possible, but it is possible. It happened. Okay. So if you watched this last episode, this tell all part 3, and if there are any of you out there, because I feel like maybe there's some silent, if you're here, okay, I'm speaking to you. So everyone else, you're just gonna have to hold on for a second. I'm speaking to the very silent minority. You guys that, I don't know, maybe feel afraid to speak up in chat or in comments. I'm speaking to you. This is a safe space for you too. Don't mind my ranting. This is a safe space for you. You will not get it. Everyone will be understanding. But are there any of you that still, anyone out there that somehow thinks that Kody is a misunderstood man of God just trying to do his best? If you are out there, let us know. Put a number, you know what? We don't do this a lot. Put a number 5 in the chat. We want to see you. Is there anyone out there that's still repping Kody? Betty. Betty, thank you for the super chat. Betty wants to rant too. Betty says, girl, Robyn's still pretending to be pious and pure and above it all and better than all. She is putting on, Betty, thank you, the empath queen, not just of Arizona, not just of the United States, not just of the continent of North America. She is the empath queen of the world, of the entire world. Agreed. Agreed. I love your rants. I love it. Caroline says that Robyn is not just the queen of empath, but also the queen of. It's me today, and I love it. Thank you for being here. It's time. You know, maybe we were tired last night. It was like around midnight, okay? But the feist is back. Back, my friends. Actually, let me leave that up. That was amazing. Okay, I don't see any 5s. So maybe you Betty said 0. I don't see any 5s either. Okay, fine. Maybe I will see your 5s in the comment section later. It is a safe space, but listen, if you guys are out there, blink twice, okay? We will call a therapist. We will call an accountant, maybe Ghostbusters, because whatever is haunting this man's judgment, it ain't human. Okay, it's not. Uh-oh, rant incoming. Hold on. Angela says, thank you for the $5 super chat. Angela is ranting too. Angela says, was Suki fired at Kody's urging, or is that fake news? Say what? Say what, Angela? Wait a second. Are we going to have to sidetrack here? What do you mean Suki was fired? Hold on. Suki. Where's this coming from? Who is reporting that? I don't see anything. I don't see anything. I mean, are you mistaking that for Tamron Hall? Okay, I'm nervous. Angela, are you mistaking that for Tamron Hall? Because I don't know who is saying that. That's actually very interesting. Let me know. I'm gonna monitor the chat because I just did a quick Google search. I don't see anything about that. But I know Tamron Hall said that she was fired. Are you just getting that confused a little bit, Angela? Let your girl know. I'm gonna leave that up. And if you guys know, chime in the comment section. Or in the comment section, but also in the live chat, let me know because I haven't heard that. I'll leave it up because I haven't heard that. Okay, but thank you for that. Thank you. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you might be thinking of Tamron Hall. She was talking about that she was fired at Kody's urging. So maybe that's where the mix-up came in, Angela. What? Angela says People Magazine says she was fired. Do you have is that today? People Magazine. What? Was it today, Angela? Let me know. Can you send the link? Can you send me the link? I don't see that. So I'll try to monitor the chat. Are any of my mods here? If so, you guys let me know. Let me know in chat if you if there's an answer. I don't know. Let's do a number 8. Just keep putting a number 8 if you guys have it. If you guys find it, okay? Because I need to rant's incoming, but this is important. I need to know this. Where's this coming from? Okay. So yeah, so this episode was basically a crash course in how to burn down a family in 5 easy steps while playing the victim in his brown leather jacket or suede jacket, whatever the hell that is. So here's my question for you guys. What do you get when you mix gaslighting and, I don't know, greed and, I don't know, let's just slam in there $36,000 for a lingerie tab that no one asked for? What do you get? You get a narcissist's dream. And you get a family's nightmare. So this whole financial autopsy that we're about to do about this whole welfare program exposed, don't worry, it's coming. Because we were able to confirm last night what we've known, that Robyn has sobbed her way into this whole storyline since season 1. This was not a plural marriage, guys. It wasn't. This was the Robyn and Kody welfare program sponsored by emotional manipulation and the wives' original bank accounts. That's where it came from. So let me tell you what we are discussing on tonight's episode. This is what we're going to be discussing, okay? Incoming. We're going to be talking about the financial fraud, but somehow they're making it spiritual, okay? I'm getting a vow for Alex. Alex, that is part 1. Here's part 2 that we're going to be discussing tonight, which is the Robyn and Kody welfare program. It was in full swing last night, and we're going to be discussing that. And third, and third is the trust deed. But yes, that is not a misspelling. Dead, D-E-A-D, because the trust is gone. And it was left to rot in the red dirt of Coyote Pass. That is what we are going to be going over today. So let me just play this amazing intro and we'll get into it. All right.
This is awkward. It's so awkward. Oh my God. So awkward. This is awkward. It's so awkward. Oh my God. So awkward.
Let's just put it this way. Robyn was good at communicating with me, at loving me, and respecting herself. Okay?
Yeah, this is awkward. It's so awkward. Oh my God, so awkward.
I was younger. I think I actually had way more respect for Mary than I did for Janelle, and probably way more respect for Janelle and Mary than I did for Christine.
So awkward.
But they did Robyn's makeup.
I know.
It was magical. I can't get over that.
Yeah, this is awkward. It's so awkward. Oh my God, so awkward.
Every time I look at that picture, I'm like,
Yeah.
delicious looking.
It's so awkward. Oh my God, so awkward.
Oh, yes. Okay, we had to play. Okay. You know, I heard a lot last night that you guys were loving this little screenshot, so I love that. Do we have some more rants incoming? Hold on. Betty has a rant. Betty says, "Thank you for the $5 super chat." Says Robyn's kickback was paying for medical loans, I think, for Dayton. I seriously, this woman got so many kickbacks. It's insane, Betty, but agreed. Amazing point. Amazing point. Darlene also has a rant incoming. Darlene said, Kody is addicted to Robyn. You know what? The picture kind of explains it, doesn't it? Kody is addicted to Robyn's jeans. That could be jeans. That could actually, those jeans, that jean emoji could be many things. That could be jeans. That could be arse, legs, body. I don't know, her modeling. And Robyn is addicted to, is that religion, money, shopping, dresses, and rings? That was good. That was good. I love it. You know what? This is art because you have to interpret it. Darlene, that was amazing. You guys let me know what you think Darlene's interpretation of that is, because you probably have a better one than me. that was really good, Darlene. I love it. Okay, hold on. So Tanya said that she saw that too, Angela. What the hell? I don't see any 8s though. So no one was able to confirm. Do you guys have a, let me go back to Angela's comment. So Angela was saying, was Suki fired at Kody's urging, or is that fake news? So you guys have to let me know where that's coming from. Send me the article because I would like to read it. Okay. Let me go back. Let me go back to this. You guys don't like that. We won't play it all the time, but we got things to do. Okay. So let's start with this. Okay. I want to start at ground zero. We're going to talk about Coyote Pass. And that basically is the graveyard of dreams and accountability. And Mary, bless her heart. Let's just talk about Mary for a second. Mary, bless her loyal, yet probably exhausted heart. Because she said it best. She said, there is no trust. It's not in the land. It's not in love. And certainly not in whatever budget spreadsheet that Kody cooked up using Crayola markers and his golden hair vibes. No. Kody actually had the nerve, the unmitigated gall, you guys, to turn around and blame Janelle for the financial chaos. Janelle, which doesn't make any sense. Janelle is the woman who was out here working multiple jobs. She was the boss. She was the brand. She was paying tuitions. She was paying down mortgages. She was helping to pay $36,000 worth of lingerie. She was supporting all of the kids. She was living in this glorified tin can. And Kody's up in Robyn's palace doing mental gymnastics. Actually, not even just mental gymnastics, literal gymnastics, because we saw handstands for Robyn. The man seriously spends his time learning how to walk on his arms with his head upside down. So I don't understand how he figures that Janelle, out of everyone in this Where's Waldo world, he's going to point out Janelle in the crowd and say that she's the financial villain. No, sir, that's not how it works. You know what does work? As Janelle said, that this is narcissism 101. Deflect, blame, then cry, then repeat. And I know Janelle was like, no, I'm not a psychologist, but there's some narcissism going on. Girl, you don't need a degree when you're dealing with Mr. Textbook himself, Kody Brown. So Janelle wasn't even shading Kody. That was a absolute, like, beyond shade. It was like a solar eclipse. It was beyond that. Beyond that. So I want to talk a little bit. Let's see. Here's what I want to talk about. The financial deceit. The Ponzi scheme in a ponytail. We got to make one thing crystal clear. Crystal clear. Kody Brown, he's not bad with money. He is excellent at redistributing like other people's money. That's what I think. I don't think that he's forgetful. He's strategic. He is. And case in point, all we have to do is go back to the whole McMansion that him and Robyn live in. You know, the one with the wine fridge and the purple decor everywhere and the keepsakes and the assets of doll collections, all of that nonsense, right? They have enough square footage like to host a whole cheerleading competition, probably a wrestling competition. You remember the match with Hunter? Probably all of them could fit in his house, any of his mansions. And you know who paid for that? You know the lap of luxury that they're in? Let me give you a hint. Let me give you a hint of who paid for that. It wasn't Robyn. It wasn't Kody. The majority of the people that paid for that were the original OG3. They paid emotionally, financially, spiritually, stress-wise. They were the backbones of this family. So, I don't know. This whole, and even the kids said that Robyn didn't even work. So, ma'am, Christine raised kids, she homeschooled, and then she like probably made bread from scratch and worked nights, all while managing a husband that didn't emotionally support her. She still found time to do all of that and film, not just film. That wasn't just her job. So you, madame, you had a nanny. You had help. You had money coming in from everywhere else. Listen, this was not mismanagement. It wasn't. Kody created this financial model where everyone paid in, but only one house really ever got built. And there was no bedroom for Truly, but there was a shrine for Robyn's doll collection. Like, what in the absolute hell is that? What is that? It doesn't even make any sense. Okay, I'm still not seeing any 8s in chat, so I'm assuming that no one could confirm that Sukanya was fired, right? I'm not seeing it anywhere, which is probably a good thing. Okay. So the Robyn welfare program, where dreams go to die, right? That's kind of what we wanted to expound upon today. I thought it was interesting. Megan said Kody's contribution to child support equals 0. Kody's contribution to Isabel's surgery, 0. Agreed, Megan. 1000%. So actually, let's just do a quick financial audit, a little health check, right? Let's to what we know about the financial health of this family. Janelle, let's just start with Janelle. Let me go to Janelle. Let's go to Janelle. I want to see her bubbling face because she is a very smart woman. Janelle built this massive family financial pot, right? She got a trailer, very, very financially responsible. And basically, she got a whole bunch of passive aggressive texts from the lot of them. And then Christine. Uh-oh. There we go. Christine, she gave her entire life to this family. She got her freedom. She got a new nice man. She was able to get the hell out of Coyote Pass. Good for her without Kody, because he thought at that point he still had basically all of the pot. So if Christine left, he really thought at that point, no one else is leaving me. I'm good. And Christine will probably come crawling back. I bet that's what he thought. She's the only one that was able to break away and not have to beg and grovel for what is rightfully theirs. Let's take inventory of Mary. Mary gave loyalty. She gave tears. She gave those commissions by that company, Lula Rowe. And you know what she got in return? Basically nothing. But she got gaslit, ghosted, dogged out by the two people that were supposed to be on her side. And then Robyn. And then Miss Crybaby over there. Robyn, guess what she helped to contribute to the financial health of this family? Basically nothing. She made it unhealthy. She brought debt. She brought drama. She brought her stupid Disney Channel tears. She took a mansion. I guess the only benefit is she took the man-child. I mean, Good. You should take him. You deserve him. So I guess that's one thing in the OG3 wives like favor. But she's the only one who came in owing money and somehow left with all of the equity, or pretty much most of it. So this wasn't just favoritism. This was like institutional betrayal. Robyn is sitting on that stupid wraparound couch like she's the queen. Not just the empath queen, but the queen. While at one point, the other wives were sitting out here like they were on an episode of Survivor. Like the discrepancy in that, the disparity in that is glaring. And the fact that Kody, I don't even know when it happened, but I guess it was from season 1. Kody, from that moment in season 1, turned into this full-time apologist for Robyn. That's basically his job. And his starring role, what are they called? The costume designers. They suit him with leather jackets, and I guess the scriptwriters give him one-liners. Like the one-liners are like, "They don't support me, sir. They financed you. They raised your children. They got your mistress out of debt. Like, so get the hell out of here." Mama Celeste is ranting too. Mama Celeste has a rant. Yes, girly. Mama Celeste, thank you for the super chat. Mama says, Mary gave a divorce. Agreed. So Robyn's kids could be adopted. That's another give, and that's another take. Absolutely. Probably one of the biggest sacrifices of all. Of all. You're absolutely right, Mama Celeste. Thank you. It's ridiculous. Take. Kody and Robyn need to, whatever their middle names are, they need a win, right? Kody Win Brown. It needs to be Kody Take Brown. And Robyn's middle name is also Mrs. Kody Take Brown. We'll just leave it at that. Take. You remember when the show used to open with like the soft music and they talked about unity and shared dreams and they were just big one happy family and love needed to be what was it? Love needed to be multiplied and not divided. That was such bull. Because now it's just Sister Wives, the women who survived a narcissist with a god complex and his empath queen wife that instigates it all behind the scenes. Christina already said. She said last night she doesn't trust him as far as she can throw his midlife crisis ass. Sorry, I'm taking a drink of water. And Janelle, she tried to believe in Kody's dream. She was the level-headed one, we know this, until she also realized that this was a nightmare. For her, she was able to endure a lot. However, when he started to treat her children like absolute shite, she was over it. And rightfully so. Good for her. Uh-oh. Rant incoming. Betty has a rant. Betty says, the ladies had a therapist they knew. So, wait a second. Your rant is at the ladies. Are you upset a little bit, Betty, at the ladies? The ladies had a therapist they knew. What did she know? What did they know? Let me know. What did they know, Betty? They knew what? I need a part 2 to this. Put it in the chat, Betty. I'll be looking out for it. Let me know. Let me know. I want to know. And Mary finally got, she was iced out for asking questions that pretty much any rational person would ask. Like, hey, why is the family's land titled like a Ponzi scheme, like a shell corporation? What's going on? The fact that she said that she got in trouble for that really pisses me off. Guys, let me know in chat. Chat, let me know. And for my replay watchers, let me know in the comment section. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer honestly. Tell me under what circumstances that a grown-ass adult would get in trouble, quote unquote, be in trouble for something that they did, that they asked, that they said. And under what scenarios would that be? Asking a question. To inquire and ask a question. When would you get in trouble? What other scenarios would there be for that? Let me know. Let me know. Because I find that very disturbing. That's a very disturbing thought. Okay, while that's going on, hold on. Betty, did you? Okay, Betty says, yes, children suffering because they knew the personality Kody displayed. Okay, so hold on. So let me go back. So the ladies had a therapist. They knew. The children were suffering because they knew the personality that Kody displayed. So you're saying, I don't buy it. I don't like what any of the women did. They stayed too long and the kids suffered. And also, Betty said they knew financial abuse. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. And then Betty said, as a mom, protection of my kids trumps any man. Okay, fair. That's fair. That is fair. Okay, thank you for the explanation, Betty. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, yes, blue money, that is so true. She said, bruh. The fact that Mary had to sit Kody and Robyn down and bring her accountant to prove what Mary contributed to the family is insane. Yeah, that is like that sounds like mafia. This is like The Sopranos. This is mafia stuff. No grown adult should be getting in trouble for asking questions. That's like Handmaid's Tale. This is like Aunt Lydia. Like Robyn is like Aunt Lydia, and Kody is like Fred Waterford, I guess. Maybe like Serena Joy. I don't know. But it's ridiculous. This is like giving me Handmaid's Tale vibe. Why is she getting in trouble for asking about this? So through it all, Robyn is playing damsel in designer distress. I like that. Damsel in designer distress. We got to remember that. And Kody moped around like he's the last man standing in this dumb Shakespearean tragedy that he created himself, by the way. He's making it seem like he's a victim of his circumstances. Boy, you created the whole damn thing. What are you talking about? What is he talking about? Robyn, come get your boy. We don't want to see him anymore. Coyote Pass was never a family project. It was a power play with a plot line. Kody, this man kept not all of his wives, everyone but Robyn, the OG3, so confused that no one could hold him accountable. And that's not leadership. That is financial gaslighting. That is scheming, and it's disgusting. The fact that, seriously, it blows my mind. The fact that Mary got in trouble for asking about the property for Arizona while they were in Vegas. She knew something was happening. She wanted to know, hey, where did all my money go? And why is my name not on anything? Oh, shut up, Mary. You don't want to, you're going to get in trouble. You don't say anything, young lady. Like, what the hell? Under his eye, Kody. Under his eye. For probably all of you that have not watched Handmaid's Tale, you're probably like, what the hell is IQ talking about? You guys fill them in, please. Fill them in. So it's such a it's so funny how it's I guess offensive, which it's not. They just want Mary to shut up and go back into her corner. Go over there. Go back into your cage until we need you. Hand me your credit card. It's just funny how Mary has a right to ask about her own money. But meanwhile, Robyn can just drop cash. The OG3 wives cash. Like, I guess it's like a welfare card, a black Amex from the kingdom of heaven. She could just do whatever she wants, buy however many doll houses and doll trees and doll dresses and dolls that she wants. But Mary can't even ask, hey, Where did my money go? My name's not on any of this. The double standard is so loud, it is blasting. You know those the reverbs from like the speakers back in the day with those cars that just like boom, 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 like the bass? That's how loud the double standard is. So the fact that Mary's treated like she's basically this weird criminal for showing interest in her own assets, by the way. And Robyn throws a tantrum in every single group conversation and gets offered a tissue and a new crown, but Mary gets in trouble. Okay, you guys make that make sense. Make it make sense. Because it doesn't to me. It doesn't. So I'm getting really tired of this game. I thought that it was very interesting. I think that the veil was lifted even more. I mean, we've basically, what we learned is that we've been spot on since the beginning about the financial disparity. We have. But I think we learned a little bit on Sunday. It peels back the layers even more. And it's disgusting. So here's some lessons that we learned from last night, okay? Let's just break it down. Uh-oh, no rant, but I guess just love. And I love it. Thank you, Vanessa, for the super sticker. It's a super sticker rant. Thank you. So I feel the love. Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you for supporting the channel. And your girl, I so appreciate it. So here's what we've learned. Let's see. Let's have his stupid face on here. Hold on. All right, let's have his stupid face on here. There we go. That's perfect. If a man gets cagey about his finances, but he owns multiple mansions, multiple disgusting cow bull rings or whatever the hell, gold bull rings encrusted with diamonds, like 100 ATVs, hundreds of thousands of dollars in doll collections, hundreds of leather jackets, and like 10,000 pairs of gardening gloves or whatever like Michael Jackson gloves that he has. Guess what? He's hiding more than just bad taste. How about that lesson? Let's have a little bit more of Kody. There we go. Let's do one more. There's more lessons. Let's stop there. That's another lesson. If your sister wife is living like she's on the Real Housewives of Flagstaff, but you're struggling to buy groceries and you're in the trailer in the dirt somewhere, I have some advice for you. Call a lawyer. Can you guys do that? Call a lawyer. I think you guys should do that. Let me think. Another lesson is oh, I got one. Okay, here's another great lesson. And it's in the form of Robyn. If the phrase, I never wanted this, comes out of the person with the biggest house and the fewest responsibilities and all of the assets, guess what? That person's lying. Big liar. Huge, big ass liar. And you know what? Let's see. Let's do a lesson for Janelle. And if your husband spends more time defending Robyn than supporting your own kids, hate to tell it to you, girlies, but he's gone. Gone. And that's exactly what Janelle and Christine did. And I'm happy for it. I'm very happy for it. So, did we actually learn anything from the tell-all part 3? I think yes. I don't think it was a tell nothing. I think it was a tell all. We basically just got to affirm that Kody Brown is this delusional man-child with a prosecution complex. And I don't know. You know what? No, I'm not going to talk about his hairline. That's mean. What else? I think we've got another lesson in Robyn's masterclass of strategic silence, strategic gaslighting, strategic boomerang of an issue. And somehow, if you have an issue with her, she's able to boomerang it back, say exactly what you said in a more undermining way to where she's also the victim. It's honestly fascinating to see how this woman does this with every single scenario. So no, I think it affirmed that Janelle and Christine and Mary were never the problem. They were the backbone. They took the brunt of the issues and they still were the foundation and held everything from completely caving and falling in. Because even with Kody and Robyn down, that family is still standing. But now they're free. And they're finally really able to speak their truth and not bite their tongue. I can't even imagine if the show goes on for another season. If we thought that it was starting to, I feel like they're just dipping their toes in the throwing people under the bus. I feel like it might be a full-on like Real Housewives reunion by next by next season. And we're finally able to watch Robyn and Kody's House of Lies crumble to the ground one episode at a time. And you can tell how uncomfortable they are with it. And I love that. I know you guys love it. I love it. So, yeah. I think it's very interesting. There is still how many of you guys put a 1 in the chat if you watched the interview with Sakanya where she was talking to the Sarah show? Did you guys watch that? Put a 1 in the chat if you did. Because probably most of you have. It's I was able to watch it and it was 1. I see a lot of 1s. Okay. I think okay, I see a lot of 1s in chat. It was really good. But we need to go over. I don't even know when because there's still so much to go over on the show this week. But at some point, so maybe one day we're going to do a 2 for 1. I think that's what we're going to do. So join us if you would like. Yeah, I think I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, but at some point this week we're going to have to do a 2-fer. So maybe 1 in the morning and 1 at night. One of them is going to have to be about the Sakanya interview because it's not to me about what she said. I think what's more important is what was not said. You'll understand what I'm talking about because I learned a lot in the silences and the stuff in between what was said than anything else. And I think that's what we need to dissect. So we are going to be doing that at some point this week. So make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you have your notifications turned on. For all my replay watchers, let me know if there's any comments that you want us to say to the group. Like maybe you just can't be here. Maybe you're working. Maybe the time schedule doesn't work. But if you want something said, let me know. And then it'll be discussed in the episode, the upcoming episode. So let me know. So you guys can still participate in this. If you also have a rant, yeah, you can do that. You can also rant incoming. We will address it because that's kind of what we're doing here. That's kind of what we are doing here. So I'm glad that you guys were as fired up as I was. There were a lot of rants today. Thank you to all of my fellow ranters. That was actually kind of epic. And what else? We need to yeah, there's still a lot that we have to go over. There's so much. There were so many nuggets that were dropped that I'm just like, what? It's too much. It's a lot. Let's see. What is something I'm trying to think. Let me think. We haven't done that in forever. You know what? I think it's fitting. I'm trying to, I always try to do an ending that reflects what we talked about today. And I think, it's been a while for this one. This is an oldie, but a goodie. And yeah, I think I'm going to do this one. All right, you guys. Well, have an amazing night. Thank you to all my super chatters, all my fellow ranters, super chatters. That was amazing. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to my replay watchers. Thank you to those that leave a comment. Thank you to those who liked the video. If you watched the entirety of this, you don't tell anyone, okay? But you guys are my favorite. You guys are my favorite. You guys make this so much fun. So thank you. Thank you for participating. Our gang is amazing. I love you guys. And we haven't seen this one in forever, but this fits the theme, I think. Probably the best. So with that, have an excellent night. I will see you very soon. Love you guys. Bye.
I cannot figure out why I'm so angry in plural marriage than men do. And I've seen men leave plural marriage feeling like, 5, 6 wives, never feeling like they had been loved. Plural marriage isn't all beer and Skittles.
Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles.
Not for men.
Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. Not for men.
I mean, there's a different burden that I don't want to sit here and mansplain to you. It's just obvious that it's difficult. You're going to share your husband? Well, why would you do that? Kody favors Robyn. I don't even like her. He never signed a paper. We never agreed. We never went to our church leaders and said, hey, we're divorced.
Kody and I are divorced.
Would they even allow us a divorce? I'm leaving, so we're divorced. Wait a second, you can't do this to me. That's not even a cool statement. She's running to this person, to this person, to this person, to this person. I just call bull. Screw it. I am really upset by this. Wait a second, you can't do this to me. That's not even a cool statement.
For men.
Kody favors Robyn. Kody favors Robyn. Kody favors Robyn. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles.
Not for men.
Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. Not for men.
Kody favors Robyn. I don't even like her. I am really upset by this. Plural marriage isn't all beer and Skittles.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Kody's got a 6-pack, ooh, he's feeling fine. Golden curls flopping like it's 2009. Flexing in the mirror, thinks he's heaven sent. OG kids ask where the child support went. But he ain't got time for birthdays, chores, or grace. But you better do a backflip just to see Robyn's face. He's doing handstands for Robyn, flipping for her praise. Lost all his wives, but hey, he's still got biceps and a raise. She pulls the strings, he jumps and sings like a beefcake marionette. Handstands for Robyn, it's a soulmate set. Robyn, oh, Robyn's got a purple velvet throne. And Kody's busy deadlifting her victimtality tone. Loyalty in his designer tee, while Robyn says, Kody save me. Remember when he led a family and we don't either. Now he's Robyn's glamorized golden retriever, fetching compliments, doing tricks, ignoring birthdays. Classic Kody mix. Final, he's doing handstands for Robyn. Love's true acrobat. Might have lost his kids, but hey, look at those traps. Flexing through feelings, dark in the truth. Building castles in instead of a roof. Cody Brown, America's shirtless doof. The abs, the delusion, the dance, and the man who mistook control for romance. Still upside down in love's gym class hell, while Robyn keeps online shopping from her drama-filled shell. Ooh, yeah. Hand stands for Robyn, love's true acrobat. Might have lost his kids, but hey, look at those traps. Flexing through feelings, dodging the truth. Building castles in denial instead of a roof. Cody Brown, America's shirtless doof. The abs, the delusion, the dance, and the man who mistook control for romance. Still upside down in love's gym class hell, while Robyn keeps online shopping from her drama-filled shell.